G'day, Mags. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tickety boo. Thanks for asking, mate. I just had a
Of course.
real long weekend, and this is a pretty good way to start the work week, just quietly.
Yes. Yes.
Whereabouts are you in the world? For those listening to the old-fashioned radio, not watching the video, because some of us still like that old-fashioned technology. Paint a word picture for us. Whereabouts in the world are you? What's going on?
I am in LA right now. I get to Australia. I leave in 2 days.
And it's not a small flight to come down here, unfortunately, is it?
No, unfortunately not.
What's the first thing you pack when you go on a big long haul flight? Do you carry a pillow from home? Is it some
Yes.
yeah?
A pillow. I need a pillow and I need a blanket. Those are like my two things that if I forget a pillow, I'm like sick. Like I'm sick to my stomach because I need my own pillow. And yeah, I have like my bag full of stuff actually. I need Dramamine. I need a dream water for sleep. Like
Yep.
I need all my stuff.
Two Valiums and a really strong gin, mate. It's the old fashioned
Yes,
teleportation
exactly,
device.
exactly.
Are you a dress up to fly? Are you like me? You put on some nice jeans and boots, or you just trackies all the way?
No, yeah, sweats, t-shirt, there, no makeup, looking a mess. That's the way to go for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, you're much better looking than me anyway. So me in sweats, I
Oh,
probably look like
yeah.
someone who gets stopped at security. Maggie Lindemann is in the country, the 10th in Perth, the 12th at the Govan Adelaide Roundhouse in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane at the glorious TIV destroyerlines.com. 5 dates, 7 days. Any downtime apart from that day off between Brisbane and Melbourne?
No, no, I don't really, yeah, no. I do think I have a day or two when I first get there, to kind of adjust. But other than that, we're going.
No rest for the wicked. Destroyerlines.com for your ticks and details. Recent records, I feel everything was an incredible outpouring of emotion at times. What's playing these songs like? Does your brain revisit the way you felt when you wrote them? Is it tough at times to perform these songs?
It's actually not. I didn't know how it was going to be performing these songs. I didn't know if it was going to be challenging for me, but honestly, no, not at all. I feel like I feel very differently now than when I wrote these songs and singing them, I'm just having fun. Like I'm singing them like with a smile. Like I don't feel those same emotions anymore and I think now I can just look back and I feel sad for my past self, but I think they have like a whole new life now that I'm performing them on stage, on tour. It's been really good.
You've been in the biz for a while, 10 years. I was looking at that before, since you were 17. It's a long time to spend kind of growing up in the public eye, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Someone said to me recently, when I had my first child, when you work in music, you mature quickly, but you never really grow up. Would you agree with that?
I think yes, I do think that I think in a sense yes, because I think there's a part of you when you're making music and you're a creative person, there's a part of you that like can't grow up to be able to continue making the art that you make. I think like you have to have a little bit of like that inner like child, I guess, in you, or like you have to like be okay with doing, I don't know, like not growing up. Yeah. Like I guess like I wear things or I do things
Yeah.
that maybe like if I went out and I met a 27-year-old that worked a 9 to 5 might not wear or do. But yeah, definitely I feel like I've been a grown up since I was very young. Unfortunately, I definitely felt like I had to grow up pretty quick.
What would you tell a 17-year-old version of yourself if Michael J. Fox and the Doc rocked up in a DeLorean? You could just duck back for a couple of minutes. What advice would you give to yourself starting out?
Ooh, I would just tell myself to lock in. I think when I was younger, I obviously I was younger and I was just so excited at the opportunity. I think I let a lot of stuff slide that I wouldn't let slide now. And I also think that I was just having so much fun in my personal life. And I think there's a lot of opportunities that I didn't allow myself to have because I wanted to have fun. And I think I would have told myself to like lock in a little bit more on some things.
Nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun, mate. 43, just became a dad for the first time. I'm still rocking and rolling 7 days a week. So keep
Wow,
living large. The,
congratulations.
the opportunity to latch on never lets go. So don't give yourself
Yeah.
too much of a hard time. DestroyYourLines.com, Maggie Lindemann in the country the 10th through the 17th. Some great venues as well. I like Maggie as a shortened name, but I think the full name of Margaret Elizabeth Lindemann is
My God.
bloody glorious. Like it's majestic. It's operatic almost. Could you see a second stage of your career where you're doing opera, doing drama, but it's now fully Margaret Elizabeth Lindemann?
It's so funny. It is such a name my whole life. Like I literally sound like the queen. Like
You do literally sound like a royal
I'm
family
like
member, but a good one.
exactly. No, it's so funny because I'm so not that. Like I feel like that is so not me. It's honestly comical, but I mean maybe I feel like Margaret Elizabeth is definitely an old lady name. So, maybe when I get old I want to bring that back.
How did you get into music? What were the cataclysmic things that made you decide you want to be a musician? Were your parents musical? Did you grow up with a good grounding in it?
No, not at all, actually. I have always just loved music. I've always been very outgoing and very like charismatic person. So I think like from a young age, my parents knew that I wasn't going to live a typical lifestyle. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. So I did choir and like I would do musicals and stuff like that growing up. And I just always loved singing. I would make singing videos online and yeah, I just really loved singing. But yeah, no one in my family is a singer. My grandpa is musically gifted on piano, but other than that, no.
Wow. Well, for parents who might be listening along to the radio or watching the video online, there's hope for your kids. Even if you didn't get them into music, it might come to them as it has with Maggie Lindemann in
Yep.
the country real soon. Performing songs from the new record. The new record, contrary to the previous stuff, a little less guitars. We love our big guitars here in Australia. You'll find that when you get out here to tour again, no doubt. But uh, new record, how are we looking in timeline for more music from you? Is it going to revisit more guitars? What is the next stage of your musical process going to be like, do you think?
Yeah, I definitely want to make another album. I'm working on that. I don't know exactly what I want it to sound like. I think like every time I do a project, like I learn so much of what I like, what I don't like, what I like to perform, what I don't like to perform. So I think that that's going to play a big role. Um, I I don't know. I think like I do on every project, like I'm down to experiment and I'm down to blend genres and I'm down to have multiple genres on my project. So we'll see. But I do miss the heavy stuff a little bit, especially performing and playing some songs off my older projects. Like I definitely do miss some of that guitar influence. So we'll see.
What does your team and your label prefer? Do they prefer the pop sensible Maggie or do they prefer the howling crazy rock woman on stage Maggie?
They are just so supportive of me and like whatever I want to do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So it's kind of like I'm really lucky in that sense. I think that they're really liking the pop stuff I'm doing, but it's not like the stuff I've been working on is still it's pop, but it's interesting. The new songs are they're really cool and they're fun. That's like one thing that's going to be different is like I want to make like fun music. I don't want to I'm not sad. So I don't want to dive back into that. I don't
Yeah,
want to be
yeah.
sad. I want to be happy. So, we'll see.
Well, fun songs are more fun to play live, looking for a better adjective, but absolutely. So good luck with the
Yes.
next part of the creative process and what it leads to in terms of touring the world. Maggie, we'll let you go real soon, but one thing we ask everyone who comes on the show, what was the first record that you owned? What was the first album? How did it come into your possession? Did you buy it? Did you steal it?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember what my first album that I bought was, but I remember the first album I like recall seeing in like my parents' room and being like obsessed was two. It was Eminem. That was one. I loved Eminem growing up. My mom is like the biggest Eminem fan.
Yep.
And then a Disturbed album, which I remember seeing and being like, what is this? Is this a head? Like I was like, what is this? And then my mom showed me and I was like, oh my, like this is it. So those were my first two that I remember being like super young, like looking in my parents' drawers and finding those and just being like, this is it.
Have you met either of those outfits? Have you met Marshall Mathers? Have you met David Draymond?
I haven't. Mm-mm.
Do you think you'll
Unfortunately.
keep it cool if you do meet those guys, or you'll revert to what we all do in front of our idols, just a bubbling kind of mess of goo?
I think I would be okay. I think I've gotten to the point where now I've been in front of so many people that I've looked up to that I think I'm good at playing it cool. Like I met and I never go up to people. I'm not that type of person. But I did go up to Andy Black at Warped Tour and I told him I was such a big fan. And it was like, it's just so crazy to like have those experiences and to be there now, like as an artist. And I am still a fan, but to like see these people I looked up to, like at, I'm here too. It's
Yeah.
like, it's the craziest full circle moment.
Yeah, full irony when you put someone on a pedestal for so long and you forget that they're not abstract. They're just like,
Yeah,
they get up in the morning, they put their shoes on, they eat cereal. They're still just human beings too.
exactly. It's crazy.
Maggie, a pleasure to chat to you, mate. Safe travels out to Australia. We'll see you here real soon. DestroyAlliance.com the 10th through the 17th. Have a great flight, have a great tour, and good luck for what's next, mate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.